video. Today I'm going to be showing you my Drytron deck profile, and this is the more competitive version, the one that you'll be seeing a lot more in like locals or tournaments, the more competitive version. There's also like a combo version that like uses manufactured paint, skips your turn. That's also really strong. I'll probably do a similar combo type video tomorrow. And before I go on to explain the deck, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as it really does help the channel. And let's get started. So first I'll be showing you my deck profile. I'll discuss my choices and whatnot, and then I'll show you the quick combo tutorial on what you aim to do on your turn 1 board. So starting off, we have a Drytron engine with 1 copy of Drytron Delta and 1 copy of Gamma. Delta, it's really meh, it's really just a draw, and just being a draw isn't good enough to like warrant any higher numbers. It's just a one-off because it's a searchable card in case you already have all the pieces you need to do your Drytron combo, so that's why it's there. Drytron L Gamma, or Drytron Gamma Eltonin. This is just Gamma, Side-Frame Gear. Gamma is also in the deck. Gamma is there. It is able to tribute 1 ritual monster from your hand or field, summon it, and then summon another Drytron monster from your graveyard. So they will tribute a ritual monster. The important ones are Benton, and it's also an important extender as it does get you extra tribute fodder for cards like Bandy's Ruler and your Verdan Conda. So being able to get fodder for that is really important, especially in a deck that doesn't really aim to combo too much. Also it's a +1, so that's neat. Next we have the Drytron Alzada, and what it can do, it has like all of them the same cost. You have to tribute a ritual monster or a Drytron monster from your hand or field to summon it from your hand or graveyard and engage with effect. What Zeta's effect is, it can search any of your ritual spells. The only ritual spell we run is a Meteorness Drytron. Yep, that is the only ritual spell we run, but the really great thing about this ritual spell is that it is able to recur itself, which is very important. So just running one of it is cool, and Zeta, having it is essential for the combo, which is really good. And you're running about 20 ways to get your Drytrons, which is absolutely insane. So triple Zeta for sure. We're running triple Alpha. Alpha, what it can do is search a ritual monster, which is very important, being able to search cards like Benten, which generate extra advantage, being able to search cards like Natasha, which is basically a mind control, searching cards like Meteorness, Draconis, whatever its name is. It is a double Trident, and it is an insane OTK potential card. So what you can do is just attack twice as a 4K beat stick, which is absolutely stupid. So those are your main cards you want to be searching off our Alpha, so that's why it is a very important play starter. And lastly, for Drytron monsters, we run the Draconis. It can be targeted by monster effect, so that is really cool. It has 4K attack, and it's a level 12. The way we can cheat it out is because of the Drytron special mechanic, where it is able to ritual summon using levels. So that is not levels, attack points, which is just a really cool gimmick. Since all your Drytron monsters have 2,000 attack points, you have easy access to your Meteorness. And it has a couple effects. It can be targeted by monster effects if it's used by monsters whose levels are 2 or less. So if you are tributing 2 of your Drytrons, which are all level 1s, you can attack twice. It can attack all of your opponent's special monsters. That's even better. I was able to just OTK out of nowhere with 4K attack, which is why I run it, because it is a grinder deck and is able to grind super well. And during your opponent's turn, it's also able to banish a monster from your graveyard whose attack equals whose combined attack equals exactly 2K, 4K, and then you get to destroy up to 2 cards on the field, which it's decent, I guess, but it isn't the most important aspect of it. So we're running it in another one of the Drytron cards we run is in the side deck. It's in Drytron Meteorness Quadrantis. The only reason it's in the side deck is because its effect is to just be a Harpy's Feather Duster. That is its most important and impactful effect. So that's why it's in the side. It's not that good against certain matchups. It can be targeted by spell trap effect, so it has a really good matchup versus Eldritch. And this deck in general has a pretty good matchup against most of the meta, which is just a really good thing. So we are running it in side deck. Next, if we run triple Cyber Emergency, it can search all of your Drytron cards, since all of them are machine monsters that cannot be normal summoned or set, which is super powerful. We run the 1 terraforming, searching our field field spell. The field spell is able to search any of your other Drytron spells, so you have extra consistency there. A Foolish Burial, because all of your Drytron monsters are accessible through the graveyard. Triple Drytron Nova is able to summon any of your Drytron monsters from your deck, which is it's just free advantage. Why would you not run it? Next, you run the one Recursion Drytron. It's able to ritual summon from your hand or graveyard. That is a very important thing. And even better, it's able to ritual summon using attack points. So all your Drytron monsters, they have 2,000 attack points. So you are almost able to just summon anything for free, which is just absolutely insane. On top of that, it has an even better effect being able to recur itself. So if you target Drytron monster you control, it loses 1,000 attack, and then you just add it to your hand. And that effect is hard once per turn, but Spectral Ritual Summon is not. So this card is just really broken, and you could consider running it at 2 if your opponent decides to use DD Crow or something, but that's very unlikely. DD Crow isn't that strong this format, so Meteor's Drytron is a really good pick. Next we run, finally, it's the last of our Drytron monsters, cards, Drytron Fafnir. On activation, it gets its Drytron spell trap, and its second effect gets the award for the most comedic effect to ever happen. Its effect is, if a monster is normal special summon while you control a Drytron, that monster loses levels equal to this for each of its 1,000 attack it has. So if you're, for example, if your opponent summons a 2,000 attack monster, it loses 2 levels. And this effect single-handedly beats, I'm pretty sure it beats, just straight up beats Zodiac. No, it doesn't. The Zodiac monsters need level 4s. I'm pretty sure they'd say any Zodiac monster, regardless of their level. So I'm probably wrong there, but single-handedly beats Virtual World, which is really funny since they can't go into VFD if you reduce the monster, the level of the monster by 1. Are you going to make VFD with a level 8 monster? It's just a really funny effect, but its main application is being able to increase the consistency of your cards. So that's for our Fafnir. Finally, we run starting for our other cards, extra cards, we run triple Cyber Angel Legend. This card is insane when you search this for one of your Drytron effects. You're able to search any extra life fairy, including itself, so you can kind of form a resource loop with itself. It's also able to search other super important cards, such as Cyber Angel Natasha, which is a mind control, Vanti's Ruler, which is Vanity's Ruler, just stops your opponent from summoning anything, Chaos Valkyria, which is an extra extender for either a Verde Anaconda or a Vanti's Ruler Tribute Fodder, and it's also able to search Manju, Manju just searches everything too, which is really strong. So you have to run triple bent, and there's no excuse to run any less than that. You have to run triple. We run the one Natasha, as I said. It's just a one-of. You search it off Cyber Angel Benten sometimes, but it's in the graveyard. Its effect is you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster in your graveyard, and then you can summon it from the graveyard, and then take control of a monster your opponent controls, which is just really strong. So being able to take control of monsters is an instant +2, and that's part of greed is +1. Keep that in mind. If part of greed is banned, this can definitely do a lot more. And next, when Vandy's Ruler, you have easy access to the card, mainly because it's searchable off Benten, and you don't necessarily need your normal summon that much unless it's for Manju. So Vandy's Ruler is just another super strong card. It can definitely just instantly end so many games if your opponent hasn't decided in for it. So if you're able to summon this card, it's usually just an instant game 1 win, which is super good. Next, we run the one Chaos Valkyria. Valkyria, as I said, is a free extender, and sometimes the extenders are what you need to make your Verde Anaconda. Your main tournament play is making Dragoon, unfortunately, but the sheer amount of follow-up that this deck can generate is super scary. Next, we run the one copy of Dawn Knight. You mainly run it so that you can equip it with the Union Carrier, and then later tribute off the Union Carrier, and then Dawn Knight can send something like Gamma, and then you can just extend from there. Its main application is just Union Carrier, so you might call it a brick. I'd call it a brick too, but this is really just the only brick in the deck. Apart from the Dragoon engine, we don't talk about that. And the Psychic Soldier that rides into battle against the security forces on currents of lightning using an automatic amplifier called Psyframe. Those are the only bricks, I promise you. So Dawn Knight, really good, so you have to kind of just run him. 2 Manju, 2 might seem odd, but the reason behind 2 is that Vanity's Ruler is also a normal summon, so I don't really want to overload myself with drawing Manju and the Vanity's Ruler, since I do search one or the other off my Ben 10. And Manju, it's really more of an occasional search off Ben 10, and it's good just as an extender. Usually you're just able to search one of your virtual monsters anyways. Manju just puts an extra body on the field while just searching for a virtual monster. So in case during the grind game you've already lost your Vanity's Ruler, that's the main place where Manju will come in. So that's the only reason why I'm running 2. Next, we run popping up our monsters, Dark Magician, and Red as Black Dragon. That's it for monsters with the Recursion engine. This deck, it can generate a lot of advantage, but turn 1, it isn't the strongest contender, so running Dragoon can be very important. Next we run triple preparation, right, searches Ben 10. Doesn't need any extra explanation. It also recovers Meteor and its Drytron in case you've already used its recovery effect, or you want to just, preserve its recovery effect. And that's our main reason for running preparation rights. And finally, we run a psychic soldier that rides into battle against the security forces on currents of lightning using an automatic amplifier called Psyframe, along with 3 copies of Psyframe Gear Gamma. It's pretty self-explanatory, it can be anything you want. Forbidden Droplets is also a really good pick. It just has a horrible matchup versus Eldritch and Virtual World. That's why I decided to drop it for Psyframe Gamma. And that's kind of it for main deck. The only real changes I would make is to these 4 cards. That's really it. Now for X deck, we run Mechaba and Nova against the Dogmatica matchup. That can definitely come up, along with Herald and Nitis, but those 2 once again come up in the Dogmatica matchup, so you want to keep an eye on those. We run 1 copy of Dragoon for Dragoon. The 1 copy of Dragon Nova to summon Mechaba. Access codes and things out of nowhere. I have no idea why I'm running Appaloosa. I just probably forgot to take it out. Let me just take that out for a Psyframe Omega. That was a blunder for me. I'm really sorry. Don't run Appaloosa. It's not very often you're going to be getting the it's not too often you're going to be getting the extra material, and you don't really want to waste material and making Appaloosa either turn 1, and it has no use in the grind game either, so I wouldn't recommend running Appaloosa. Just run Psyframe Gear Omega instead. So when you're up against the Dogmatica matchup, you can just infinitely recycle your held off the Arclight and infinitely generate resources each time you try to use Maximus. So you're able to even out your odds when they try to pop your cards with Nitis. Basically, it can also be summoned when your opponent when you use Psyframe Gear Gamma and your opponent just blunders, I guess. Your opponent activates hand trap, you don't have anything in your hand, so on field, so you activate Gamma, summon out your Omega, and it's not even that difficult to get a monster on the field. The main reason being that since all your Drytron effects happen in your hand or graveyard, when you're starting your plays, it's very often that you don't have anything on your field. So if your opponent tries to add something, Gamma, and then you can go into Omega and rip a card out of their hand. The feeling of doing that is the most amazing thing ever. It's just really, really good. So Omega, the BLS link, I don't think you should have to go into this too much, but the BLS link is an automatic out to tons and tons of matchups. I'm pretty sure Virtual World instantly loses as soon as you bring this card out. Eldritch also instantly loses if you bring this card out. Zodiac can usually be a lot more difficult to deal with, certainly, but you can usually digress to that as well. So now it doesn't do well against the Zodiac matchup, but it does good against a lot of meta. Dinosaur 2, if you're able to use its effect to gain 1500 tag, even Dinosaur can't touch this monster, so that's really good. Next, Phoenix Unicorn does some more generic things. Unit Carrier gives you access to Dawn Knight, which I will showcase in the combo tutorial, which will happen in a moment. IP Masquerena, in case, it's a good interruption during the grind game. As I said, this deck is an absolute monster at being in the grind, so that's something. Verde Anaconda to summon Dragoon, of course. Link Rebo and Anima, they're just level 1 link monsters, Anima's able to steal a monster, and Link will just send a level 1 monster and field to graveyard, and that can definitely come up too. So that is kind of the deck. I hope I've explained everything as clearly as possible, and I think I'll just show you what you are trying to do turn 1. So right here we have our basic 2-card combo, Alpha plus Zeta, one searches a ritual monster, one searches a ritual spell, and this combo ends on a really difficult to beat board. Of course it does die to Nibiru to some degree, but I'm pretty sure even to Nibiru you can very easily end on a Vanity's Ruler, which is super difficult to out, and it's just a really cool combo I'll show you. So you're going to summon out Alpha, you're going to use effect searching Benten. Now you'll activate the Zeta in the graveyard by tributing Benten. You'll be able to search the ritual spell, Draitronus, Meteorinus, or Drytron, Meteorinus, I don't know. So you'll be searching it. So this will activate Benten, and Benten will be searching Vanity's Ruler. Now you will link the 2 monster field into a Union Carrier, and this is the play I was mentioning earlier. You can use the Union Carrier effect, equipping Dawn Knight, and then you will tribute off the Union Carrier that's equipped to Dawn Knight in order to summon back the Benten from the graveyard. This will trigger Dawn Knight's ability in order to send a Gamma to your graveyard. If I can find it. Yeah, so the end. Now you can activate Gamma, which will tribute Benten, which is not a Benten's not a hard move turn. So you'll be able to not only summon a Drytron from your graveyard with your Gamma, Benten will also be searching a Chaos Valkyria. Usually this, if you didn't have Valkyria, there's really not a good card to search. You can search Natasha if you want for follow-up, but Valkyria is just a lot better and helps you improve your board a lot more. So you're going to go ahead and summon it. Alright, now you can go ahead after you Meteorinus Drytron's effect, getting you more advantage, and you'll be able to just, ritual summon a lot of monsters again next turn. And now you can link 2 monsters into Verte Anaconda, it doesn't matter what 2, and you'll use Verte Anaconda's effect, being able to summon a Dragoon from your whatever, summoning Dragoon from your deck, I guess, and then you'll be linking into honestly, with the new Geonator link, I would rather just summon Dragoon over here. Summoning Dragoon over here is the safest thing. Sorry, just summon him over here, please. And there'll be normal summoning our Vanity's Ruler. And just like that, Vanity's Ruler plus Dragoon off 2 cards along with a potential discard fodder. And during next turn, let me tell you what you can do during next turn. If you draw any of your other Drytrons, mind you run about 20, or pretty much any of your other ritual monsters, your entire Drytron engine is able to pop off. Gamma is able to summon an extra monster from your graveyard, Alpha is able to search an extra monster, Zeta is able to search an extra spell, while you actually have the spell already. And as soon as you summon Gamma, you can activate Meteor's Drytron, summon back Benten by tributing it. You can tribute the Benten with Alpha searching a Natasha, and then you can activate Drytron, ritual summon Natasha again. You can link off into anything you want. Natasha will be able to steal a monster too. So that is an absolute beast of a follow-up. So as long as you're able to top deck a ritual card, as you can see, I'm going to top deck a Drytron Zeta here, and that just once again turns on my entire engine. And it's kind of similar to Phantom Knights in a sense, where your entire engine just lives in the graveyard, but instead of having to banish yourself from graveyard and lose resources, it just stays in the graveyard. It's just an absolutely insane deck. I'm certain that this deck definitely has a meta potential. No, it can definitely put up its own against a lot of top tier decks like Dinosaur, Eldritch, and Virtual World. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, as it really does help the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.